dragonborn slayers trying to kill and slay all of the dragons. Only some failed, and only some failed, and only some prospered. Actually, only a few prospered, and kind of a lot of many failed. So uh, that was kind of a very stressful time then, because you had all these people trying out to be dragonborn and trying out to be dragon slayers, but yet none of them were able to slay any other dragons or kill any other dragons, and basically that just ended up to a bunch of wars being held in the city, and then everything just got out of control. People started dying, losing their homes, losing food, losing all their crops, because all these dragons were running around terrorizing people in their city, and people were just scared to just live. So people either started killing themselves or running far away to go be somewhere else to escape the terrored life of dragons existing. So that's basically kind of going back to the times of when they existed, and not many were able to succeed in slaying the dragons. As I said again, they've all failed. There were only a few that were able to prosper, and then they finally went around defeating all the dragons, slaying all the dragons, and finally they got to the last dragon. His name was Alduin, and he was the fiercest, most strongest dragon of them all. And only the Dragonborn was actually able to slay him. But the Dragonborn and Alduin did put up a good fight. Um, Alduin did get some good heavy blows on the Dragonborn and tried his best to put the Dragonborn down, but the Dragonborn refused to go down and came back with what was it? Came back with a shout that Alduin wasn't used to, and defeated Alduin with the shout, and that put an end to the long reigning Alduin the dragon. So there used to be, I think, like a dragon slayer that existed before you, but they weren't able to take down Alduin, and Alduin killed them. So now it's up to you to be the dragon slayer and the dragonborn and take down Alduin and save humanity. So we just got done slaying a dragon and putting down a dragon in the city. The Jarl Balgriff of Whiterun suggests that you go out with his team to go and slay this dragon. Once you do, you absorb its soul and take it. Then you receive this calling. Well, they call it a blessing. But you receive this blessing from the Greybeards. The Greybeards were a bunch of people who used to serve as dragon slayers. Then they ended up getting old, and they stopped fighting, and then they just retired. But they were also once dragon slayers, and so you get a calling from them. Then you have to go and visit them, and it's really one heck of an adventure. But they end up telling you what to do next to expect the next dragon, and they have you go through this class, and they teach you what you need in order to take down Alduin in the fight for conquest. So now we are talking to the Jarl of Whiterun, and basically now he is going to refer us and turn us over to the Greybeards, and we have to go visit them. So now we don't have to worry about talking to him anymore. They are going to teach us basically to be Dragonborn and how to use our gift.
This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Taviseptic himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Agora.
Rumgar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being this, what, dragon?
What nonsense! Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
So we basically just have to stay here and just listen to them talk, because they're going to tell you, and back in the times where who the real Dragonborn was and how long he lasted for and how long he existed.
Whatever happened when you killed that dragon? It revealed something in you. Greybeards hurt me. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There is no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous fall. I envy you. You climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage one.
Alright, so basically now we have to go visit these Greybeards. But before we do that, we are going to level up here. We're going to level up our character, and once you do level up, you get three choices. You get to either level up your magicka, your health, or your stamina. Your magicka is the more you upgrade your magicka, the more chances you have of using it, and the stronger it becomes. The more you upgrade your health, the longer you will survive in battles, and the longer it takes for you to get killed. And your stamina, basically the same thing. So what I like to do is I like to upgrade our health, and we get like a couple of these, then we'll upgrade our magicka. So those are like the two important things that you have to upgrade. Well, you don't have to really upgrade those two, but they're like really important in this game when you upgrade them. So just keep that in mind. And now we have to finish talking to them. Then once we finish talking to them,
they haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me in my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office.
So this is really a good thing to have. This is really a good title to have, because people will now take you more seriously, and the guards in the city will look twice to arresting you if you commit a crime. So people will take you more seriously now that you are a Thane. Basically, a Thane is just a person that is just above a different class, and they are above that class of people, and they rule them. So let's see. We are carrying too much to run, so that means we have to get rid of some of these. Some of these weapons you really don't have to keep. Some of these weapons are really strong, and you can keep these and upgrade them if you go to a forgery or a blacksmith. You can if you have enough items, or like enough requirements for the weapon, you can upgrade them. And the more you upgrade them, the stronger they become, and the more damage you can cause with them. So some of these I really won't be needing. This steel war axe, I like to use two-handed weapons instead of one-handed weapons, because two-handed weapons to me are better, and they swing faster, and you have a lot more success in taking down an enemy with two-handed weapons than one-handed. That's just me, though. That's just my style. That's how I like to do it. Most people would probably prefer using one-handed weapons because it's better for them. But for me, I like to use two-handed weapons because it's easy for me. It's easy to rack up fast kills with two-handed weapons. So I don't know. That's just me. But we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the Iron Warhammer. We're gonna get rid of this Imperial Sword because we won't need that. And as you can see at the bottom of your screen right there, at the bottom right of your screen, it'll show the damage I don't know if you guys can see that, but at the bottom right of your screen right there, it will show the damage of the weapon, how much damage the weapon causes as you carry it and upgrade it. And it also shows the carry weight. Now, the carry weight, basically, what the carry weight is basically how much items you have in your inventory. So this is how much items we have in our inventory right now. And the bigger the item, like the more value of the item, the more carry weight we're going to gain. So right now we are at 269 carry weight out of 300. So if we were to get like another weapon, such as the steel battle axe, if we were to get another steel battle axe just like this one, as you can see, the weight is 21. So always, when you get weapons, always look at the weight, because the weight is going to determine how much stuff you can carry in your inventory. And the more stuff you have, the more it's going to make your character more heavy, and they're going to be able to maneuver. They're going to be able to have less maneuverability and less quickness if you have all this stuff in your inventory. So make sure that your inventory is to where you can have good maneuverability especially when it comes to fighting and slaying dragons. So we're at 269 out of 300 carry weight. So we're good right now. We're not above the limit or over the limit. So we have all different types of stuff that we can carry here with us. We have different keys that we are going to obtain in the game to people to gain entrance into people's houses, or to gain entrance into like certain buildings that we're not able to access during the game. Some buildings you can access without a key, and there's going to be some buildings that you won't be able to access only with a key. So by getting these keys, you can kill people or pickpocket them, or just obtain them from somebody in a mission. If you are doing a mission, those are the only way you can be able to get those keys. So just keep that in mind as well. Also, the potions really do pack a punch in this game. They are also another important factor of this game. For instance, the healing potion, these healing potions do come in handy when you're on low health and you have no health restoration. If you do not have, and I will show you guys that right now. So if you go to your magic and you go to restoration, you can see that you have the healing restoration, and it basically heals the caster 10 points per second of health. But it drains your stamina pretty fast, pretty quick. So using it really is helpful, but again, it does drain your stamina really fast. So a good way to get your health back is to use potions, as the ones you just saw a few seconds ago. Let me go back to them. These health potions really do help, and you don't have to use any stamina or anything like that to use these potions, because they will regain your health. So be sure that when you guys play this game and you discover places, just to look around for the potions and look around for the health potions. Try to grab as many as you guys can get, because the more you guys have, the better your chances are at surviving in fights. And once you progress further through the game, you will find different potions to help you out. And for instance, this potion, this is our potion of minor magicka, and basically this restores your magicka. It only restores 25 points, so that's not really bad. It restores 25 points of your magicka that's used. So if you were to use, like, say if your magicka bar was halfway full, that's what these potions would come in for. You would come and use these potions to regain your stamina, and same thing with your magicka and your healing. And these frostbite venom potions are really cool to have, but they don't really last that long. You only have 5 seconds of poison, frostbite poison, that adds damage to your weapons. So you don't really have to get those. You can get those from defeating frostbite spiders, but they don't really last that long. So they're kind of really lame to have. So this is our house, Carl Lydia. She's also another good feature to have in this game because you can have her fight with you and she will go and slay dragons with you. You can give her weapons or trade with her. You can have her by your side. She follows you, as you can see. Just tell her to follow you, that you need her help, and she really does pack a punch too. There are not really too many people that you can come across in the game that will be willing to follow you and help you in battle. There's only certain amounts. Well, there might be a lot of people, but there are only certain amounts of people that will be actually willing to fight with you and help you out in certain situations. But I think you can only have up to 1 or 2 different people by your side at a time at once to help you. So just look out for that as well. So now we have her by our side. We're going to go ahead and change our apparel here and change our gear. And like I said, guys, it's really cool to have people on your side because you can trade your armor and your weapons with them, and they will also wear those armor and weapons. For instance, we will go ahead and we will trade with Lydia right now. These armors really do also pack a punch as well because as you can see, the armor rating on this armor right here, this is the steel armor, and the armor rating on this is 35. So the higher the armor rating, the better it is. So be sure to take advantage of these guys, of these armors, because the higher the armor, the higher the chance you have at succeeding in a fight. These do help a lot. We have the studded armor, that's 25. That's light armor. So light armor and heavy armor are different. The reason why they're different because light armor only provides a short amount of armor percentage, and heavy armor provides a larger amount of armor percentage, keeping you alive longer. So basically, light armor is like wearing a bulletproof vest and some lightweight pants, some boots, and maybe a lightweight jacket. That's light armor. So you're not really too much protected with light armor as you are with heavy armor. So just keep that in mind. But this is light armor right here, as you can see. The heavy armor, once again, would be the steel armor. Anything steel or anything heavy in that prospect is pronounced heavy armor. Anything light, like the scaled armor or leather armor, would be considered light armor. So also keep that in mind as well. So let's see. I am going to go ahead. I guess she doesn't need it. But just in case, I'm going to go ahead and trade some things with her. So that's pretty cool, having a house Carl by your side, because you can trade weapons and different things with them. You can also take their weapons. Like for instance, you can take her sword. It really doesn't do that much damage. So we're gonna take her sword. And we're going to take all of her other weapons that she has on her. As you can see, she's equipped with a bow and an arrow. And the archer skill in this game is pretty badass. Being an archer in this game really does require a lot of skill. I am pretty decent at being an archer. I'm not 100%, but I'd say I'm pretty decent. So we could just leave it at that, because I'm not really that... I'm not really that skilled when it comes to archery, but I am pretty darn badass when it comes to that. So as you guys might have saw, she was equipped with a sword and a shield. Basically, shields can come in handy at times as well. Blocking attacks, it helps you block attacks and helps you. You can do a little shield bash, and that basically staggers your opponent for a slight second, enabling you to go in and get the last final kill on him instead of him getting the last final kill on you. So we will go to apparel and we will trade some things with her. Her bracers, her boots. I'll give her these boots because I won't need them. I'll give her those bracers because I won't need those. Where was that? There it is. I'll give her that helmet. Can she wear that? No, she can't. Okay, so I think I might want to, since I do have light armor, so I think I might want to go ahead and switch to the heavy armor as well, because there are enemies that we end up facing later on in the game that are really skilled, and so it's always a good thing to have good advanced armor in this game, because you never know. No, I'm not really digging the steel armor too much. I think we'll just go ahead and keep the armor that we had on her. Because it's not that I'm horrible at this game. I'm pretty good at this game and surviving. So unless you know how to survive, and unless your survival skills are really good, it really doesn't matter what kind of armor you have, just as long as you know how to survive and fight. That's pretty much all that matters and exists in this game. So now we are going to go ahead to our map, because we need to go visit the Greybeards, and they are going to be all the way at the top of this hill. So this is where we need to be. There is a way to get up to that hill that we have to find. It's not really that hard. We can actually go to Riverwood and get there faster from Riverwood instead of having to come all the way from Whiterun to get there. And another cool feature about this game is also the fast travel ability. You're able to, and with the fast travel ability, you're also able to fast travel to places that seem far away instead of going on a long quest and a long adventure to just run somewhere. It's always easier to just fast travel to that place, so that way you don't have to worry about going through that long hazardous adventure to go to that place. So now we are in Riverwood, and we are going to be, and we fast traveled here. Basically, we are just going to be running down here, running all the way down. We're going to cross this bridge. What city was that? I think, yeah, it was through here. Okay, so we are going to, and also if you guys do get lost, also be sure to read these signs. They help you locate where the next city is or where you need to go. So also just be sure to read those signs, guys, because they are helpful in leading you to your next city or province. You will run into wildlife in this game as well. As you saw right there, we just ran into a deer. Let me see. If we look on the map, I believe we are going the right way. If we are not going the right way, we can always turn around and go the other way. So yeah, guys, this is a big world. This is probably one of the most not popular, but this is probably one of the most adventuristic games that you can have to go and adventure in, because since the free roam adventure is so big in this game, you have such a wide variety of free roaming to do in this game and explore stuff and explore places. So Skyrim is one of those big, just very big free roaming games that you will be able to play. And I don't know if that's supposed to be a bull or a bison. It looks like a bull. We'll just call it a bull.
I'd stay away if I were you. I'm on my way to a giant camp. and I can't guarantee those beasts won't think you're part of the offering. Keep your distance, and you shouldn't have anything to worry about. The cow, of course. Others do it differently. But I found that an annual offering usually keeps the giants away from our livestock. Some think it's superstition, but I believe it works. I've yet to have a giant kill any of my livestock. It's tradition. We mark the animal as a way to let the giants know we're giving it to them willingly. Sort of a peace offering.
Okay, so basically we just talked to him and he is on his way to a giant camp. There are giants in this game and they are really, really strong and powerful. They also do pack a punch as well. So be sure to have the right weapon and the right armor equipped when facing and going against these giants, because these giants really are strong and powerful. So now we are on our way to the Greybeards, and as soon as I find a way to... Okay, so it looks like we need to go this way.
Yeah, that way.
And then once we go this way and find our way to the Greybeards, we will be able to talk to them and tell them that we have slayed a dragon. So we are setting on a conquest to go visit them. And now we just ended up killing a skeever. So skeevers are big, giant, evil, rat-like creatures that will not be afraid to attack you in the game if you're not careful. So just keep that in mind as well. And now we are setting conquest to go visit the Greybeards. Oh, what happened here? Let's see.
Kill them. Kill them. Kill them both. Kill them,
So
all of them.
it looks like they killed some...
Imperial business. Yeah, so you'll have to pay us a fine. Say 100 gold. Pay up, citizen.
Those aren't actual guards.
So we are not going to pay them. We are going to fight them instead. But you don't really have to pay them, because you will have people on this game that will act as guards, but they're not really guards. They just say that they're guards. They pose as guards because they want your money so they can go invest it in their little other funds or invest it in whatever they want, because they're broke and they're looking to make some extra buck. So that's why they hassle you into giving up your gold or your money or your gear or weapons. So that way they don't really have to feel less idiotic when they don't have anything to fight with. So these guys don't have anything. I already have everything that those guys have. So now we will go ahead and leave them alone. And we are running into another skeever. That's an easy kill. One kill and it's dead. One kill with a two-handed weapon and it's dead. So now we are on our way to go visit the Greybeards. And this is a basically long journey that we are on. So that is basically the point of Skyrim, setting out on adventures like this to go and visit people. So now we will go ahead and kill these wolves. Alright, so now we have slain these wolves. Now they do not exist anymore. Let's go this way. I've never really been this way to get to the Greybeards before. There are different ways that you can take, but I'm pretty sure this is probably not one of them. But we can try going this way and see what happens. So let's do it. Let's try it out. So we are going this way to see what happens. By the way, these weapons that I'm using, they're not really that strong for two-handed weapons. There are stronger two-handed weapons that I can use in this game, but we're not far enough in the game to be able to use stronger two-handed weapons. So for right now, we have to stick to using these weapons until we can progress further into the game to find stronger two-handed weapons. So now we will be advancing on to this hill. Hopefully this will take us to where we need to go. If not, we can always turn back around and go the other way and find a different way to go and get to our destination. So now, just keep advancing up to the hill. This is not the way to the Greybeards, by the way. I have no idea where I'm going at this point. So I think what we need to do is fast travel back to Riverwood, because I think we went the wrong way. And Iverstead. Okay, see, we did go the wrong way, guys. So let's fast travel back to Riverwood because we did go the wrong way. We were supposed to. We saw that sign where it said Iverstead, and instead of us taking the route to Iverstead, we took the route to Riften. So we did end up. Excuse me. So we did end up taking the wrong route to the wrong place, which is why we ended up on the top of that hill being lost. All right, so we are back in Riverwood, and now we will go the same way we came, but instead of, we're basically going to go the same way we came, but instead of taking that route, we're just going to take a different route. So we need to be going to Iverstead because we need to find out the real location of the Greybeards. I already know how to get to the Greybeards, but the way to get to the Greybeards is locked. So in order for us to get to the Greybeards, we have to know how to get there by talking to people in the city of Iverstead. So we are going there now. And I feel like being an archer at this point, so I think I will go ahead and get out my archery weapons. Let's get a hunting bow and our arrows. I feel like being an archer, so why not? Let's go ahead and just do some archery. So you can also go hunting too in this game. As you can see, you can go hunting for animals. You can take their pelts, sell them for a good profit, and also make their skins into armor. But you have to be at a high enough. You have to be at a high enough perk blacksmith skill to be able to use their skins.
I'm on a pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura, the goddess of twilight.
Well, good luck. So as you can see, I really do like, as far as the environment details go in this game, I really do like the environment details because look at how these mountains look at the mountain formation. Like, this is just really something to just stand and get a good view of. And it's and if you guys can see that big looking building over there, that big looking town, that is, okay, Iverstead is this way. We need to go this way. That is the town of Whiterun. That was the town we had just left after speaking to the Jarl of Whiterun. That's the town of Whiterun, and all the buildings and that big building that the Jarl is in. That's basically like, I guess you could say, his castle or whatnot. Whatever you want to call it, his House of Rain, or whatever you want to call it. A House of Rain, a castle, whatever. So that's just basically the town of Whiterun, as you can see right there. And we got some more people that want to fight us, apparently. So we will go ahead and kill these people. And my archery skills, like I said, again, really aren't that great. But I was able to put them down. You will run into bandits on this game, guys, so just be aware of that. These are bandits, and you will run into them in the game. They will forcefully come at you and attack you with no hesitation. because they're bandits and they just don't like people. So if they feel that you are an easy target to kill, they will come at you and kill you. But bandits, they're really low levels, so you don't really have to worry about them killing you. They're low-level bandits, so they're really easy to kill. They pose no big immediate threat like the dragons do. And the difference, and I want to just talk to you guys a little bit about the dragons, the different level dragons. The low-level dragons really aren't that hard to kill versus the legendary dragons. The legendary dragons have a higher level than the regular dragons. So the regular dragons really aren't that hard to kill, but still going up against a regular level dragon versus a legendary dragon, they still pack a punch, but they're not as hard to kill as legendary dragons. But like I said before, if you have the right equipment to get the job done, then legendary dragons really aren't that hard to kill as well. So just keep that in mind, guys. Just make sure that you have the right weapons and the right gear, and you will be fine taking on dragons and legendary dragons, and it will not be hard to kill them. So should we go this way and go up there, or should we keep just going this way? Let's look at the map and find out. Also, guys, if you do end up getting lost, the map is a good way to determine whether if you're going the right way to your current objective or whether if you're not, as seen right here. The indicator points that we are going this way, so as long as we keep following this trail down and take it all the way down till we get to the city of Iverstead, we will be just fine. So we will keep just going down this way because we are going the right way. And again, guys, you will run into these signs right here. As you can see, Solitude and Whiterun is going back that way. Riften and Wilhelm are going this way. Iverstead and Winterhold are also going this way. So just be sure to look at the signs if you're going to any of those cities. Be sure to look at the signs, because as you run into the signs, they will tell you where to go and where the cities are. So now we are in Bandit Nation, and they are going to be attacking us now. These are low-level bandits, so once again, like I said, they're not really that hard to kill. Just as long as you have the right weapons and you also know what you're doing, then they really don't pack that much of a punch. Also, guys, be sure to take these healing potions. The healing potions are a really good thing to have in this game versus having a... Let me go ahead and show you guys this. So versus, I don't know if I showed you guys this already, but I will be showing you guys this again just to bring you guys up to speed. But having this healing restoration power is really a good thing to have, because it grants you 10 points per second per healing. So, but also be on the lookout, because it does drain your stamina bar really fast. And your stamina really grants you a speed in which to run away from really long hazardous situations. So be sure to use healing potions, because they do come in handy. And we are not really having that much success with the bow and arrows. So now we will be switching back to our regular two-handed weapons. But I do have light armor on, so that's kind of playing a part in our health decreasing. So like I said, guys, be sure to get, if you're one of those people that don't like to die really fast, be sure to get the heavy armor, because it does increase your chances of surviving longer. And now it seems like we have some archers trying to. So let me go ahead and dispose of this person real fast. Now he's been disposed. Now where is this other guy? There he is up there. Let me go ahead and dispose of this guy, and we can be on our way. So basically, we're just infiltrating this tower of bandits. We're eliminating all of these bandits from this tower. Since we are in Bandit Nation, and we have disposed of that bandit. So now let's see if we have... Do we have any other arrows? No, we do not. Alright, so we have to go and steal some arrows. I will be taking this arrow back. Thank you. Alright, so you have any arrows? I'll take those. So be sure, guys, it's optional. You don't really necessarily have to, but it's also a good thing to, but it is a good thing to do. But be sure to loot the bodies, guys, because the bodies, some of the characters' bodies, they will have some good stuff on them. They will have, if you're, like I said again, if you're one of those archers and you love to shoot bow and arrows, and being a archer is really decent to you, then be sure to loot their bodies, because their bodies, they will have bow and arrows, and they will also have arrows on them. So be sure to loot the characters' bodies. Some of them might not have interesting things, but it's just a good thing to just loot their bodies anyway, just in case, because you never know. So let's go ahead and take this potion. Girl's yellow dress. I'll save that for when I have kids. Also, another thing about this game, guys, is you can adopt kids in this game. You can have kids in this game, and you can be a parent, and you can buy houses. So just keep that in mind, guys, that you can also buy houses and have kids. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. I won't be needing that either, because we already have an arrow. I won't be needing that. Let's go ahead and give some of this stuff to Lydia. Should we? No, because I don't really have that much to give to her right now at this point. So let's see what the gloves look like since we just got them. Let's see. Alright, so we'll just keep the iron gauntlets on for now. So let's go back to the iron gauntlets. Alright, so now we will be leaving this tower. We have disposed of all of these bandits in the area, and now we can go ahead and advance to our current objective. So we just took his gold. Thank you for the gold. That will always come in handy. And now we are continuing our adventure. So now we just keep going, following this path. Let's see how closer we are to getting to our objective. Okay, so we just keep going. We're going back the same way we came. We don't want to do that. We want to keep following this path until we get to our destination. So, and also, guys, another thing that I want to point out to you is when you guys do have your teammates with you, you can also go behind them and pickpocket them, but be careful, because every time you pickpocket someone, they will find that as a threat, and they will go and they will try to kill you. So for stealing their items. So just be sure to be on the lookout for that. If you're a really good pickpocketer and you have the pickpocketer skill up and increased, then it's really not going to be a problem. But for those of you that don't have the pickpocketer skill increased, then just be careful pickpocketing someone, because they will find that as a threat, and they will come after you, and they will hunt you down and kill you if you're not careful. So just be alertive of that, and we will be following this path to Riverwood. We are on our way to Riverwood, and the reason why we are on our way to Riverwood is because we have to go and meet these two people. They will be talking about how they took the journey to the 7,000 steps to the Greybeards, and basically those 7,000 steps are gonna be, you're gonna be looking, they're those 7,000 steps are going to be basically the steps that you're going to be taking to get to the Greybeards. So you will see what I mean. You guys will see what I mean once we get to the Greybeards and once we start our way up to their tower or up to their palace. So once again, as you can see, there are a lot of wildlife in this game. Hunting them, taking their skins. We can take this goat hide, and we can also make goat hide armor as well. So be on the lookout of that. But yeah, there's also a lot of hunting that you could do in this game that will that you could just basically take. Like I said before, there's wolves in this game, there's mud crabs, there's wolves, there's foxes, you name it. So there's all different kinds of just different wildlife in this game. There's cows, there's bison, there's all different kinds of wildlife in this game, and you can take their skins and you can use them to make armor or weapons. So just keep that in mind, guys. So having going wildlife hunting and having wildlife skins are really important because you can make fine swords or fine shields or fine armor or whatever out of those different types of skins. And there are some wolves right there that we are going to go ahead and get easy kills on. And we just slayed these wolves, and now we can take these wolf pelts and we can make skin and armor out of these. But we don't want to do that right now just yet. We want to keep doing our objectives, and you guys will come across different quests that you guys can do in the game. For instance, the Way of the Voice. This is basically what we're doing right now to go and visit the Greybeards. And they called to us, and we have to go visit them. And then the Golden Claw, these are just different missions that you guys can do. You don't have to necessarily do these in order. Like, you can go and do the last and final mission and do that instead of doing the first mission or doing these missions in order. So you don't really have to necessarily do them in order. You can just do them in random order if you want. But we are going to do this because... Hey, how you doing there, sir?
What's a milk drinker like you doing out here? Go home to your mother. Why? What are you gonna do? Cry?
Hey, that's no way to talk to your elders.
I don't have to take that from you.
That's no way to talk to someone. You're so rude. How dare you? Just for that, I have to put you down. That is no way to talk to someone. Just because you're a heavy armored orc doesn't mean you have the right to be abusive. Oh, now he's trying to use a healing restoration. But we ended up putting him down, so we just came across a heavy armored orc. I also am an orc as well. You will be the cool part about this game is too, guys, that you will come across heavy armored characters in this game, such as we did just now. So we will go ahead and take a shield. We can go ahead and take that and that because we can make stuff out of those. Thank you for the potion. Thank you for the bandit armor. I already have a helmet and iron boots and an iron gauntlet, but we can take the rest of your things. Thank you so much, man. You really did come in handy. Thanks for your patronage. Alright, so now I will be trading some stuff with Lydia if I can find her. I just left her. I'm so rude. There she is. Alright, so we will be trading some stuff with Lydia. I have to get rid of some things.
I am at your command.
Alright, so let's go to weapons. I will give her this because I won't need it. I will also give her that because I won't need it. And let's see, what else can I give her? Okay, that's basically it. We will. And the cool part about dressing up too, guys, is if you dress up in a full set of heavy armor or light armor, you will get points. Well, you don't get points, but you will just. It basically just grants you. Let me see, where is it? It basically just grants you heavy armored points and stuff like that. Should I put the gloves on or just leave the gauntlets on? I think I'll just leave the gauntlets on for now. Put the helmet on. Where's my helmet? Oh, I think I gave mine to her. That's all right, because I could just take his and wear his. All right. So now we got the helmet. Now we are fully dressed. So now we are fully dressed in heavy armor. We have the heavy armor gauntlets on, and we have the heavy armor on, as well as the heavy helmet and the boots. So we are heavied out, and we are ready. Oh! I forgot my other axe. I need my other axe. Okay. That will not be good if I don't have my other axe. Alright. So now we are using two-handed weapons, and we just slew this wolf. He thought he could come across me and kill me, but he thought wrong. So now we will continue across this bridge, and it looks like I won't have enough time to continue on with this video, guys, as we are wrapping things up here. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing a part 2 of this pretty soon. I think next week I will start another part 2 of this. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell notification so you can be notified of when I will be posting up the next video. Also, if you guys enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Bye. And let me know what you thought of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. This is Jimmy Heron signing off. Until next time, be nice to each other and stay safe and stay real. Bye, guys.